Hello, thank you for visiting. My name is Fintan, and I believe in letting nature take care of us, especially when it comes to our health. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Nattokinase. Natto is a soya bean. It's a popular dish in Japan, where the incidence of heart disease is 9 times less than in the Western world. A Japanese scientist was working in his laboratory on a petri dish that contained fibrin. He was eating natto for lunch when some of the natto fell into the petri dish onto the fibrin. He was astonished to find that the natto had dissolved the fibrin before his very eyes. From this discovery, a product called Nattokinase was produced by adding the bacterium Bacillus natto with boiled soya beans. Nattokinase has since been found in scientific studies to have potent fibrinolytic properties. That means it can break down Fibrogen. Fibrogen is a component of a blood clot and arterial plaque. High levels of Fibrogen are a major risk factor for heart disease. I believe there's a strong link between elevated levels of Fibrogen and cardiovascular disease than there is for high cholesterol. Nattokinase is frequently used in supplement form for cardiovascular disease, including heart disease, stroke, angina, high blood pressure, deep vein thrombosis, varicose veins, bad circulation and peripheral artery disease. So until recently, there was only limited research to back up the claims. In 2018, a study on Nattokinase was published, where Nattokinase was given to mice with pulmonary thrombosis. The results showed longer life expectancy and the formation of thrombosis was greatly reduced. In another open-label clinical trial, patients were given 2000 FU of Nattokinase for a period of 2 months. Results showed significant reductions in Fibrogen, factor 7 and factor 8 levels. Furthermore, after administering 2000 FU Nattokinase orally, it was found that after 4 hours, blood fibrin or Fibrogen were significantly degraded. In 2017, a study of a group of patients who one group were given Nattokinase and the other group were given statins. The study was set up to compare Nattokinase with statin drugs and their effectiveness for lowering cholesterol. Both treatments worked. Significantly, the reduction in plaque size in the Nattokinase patients was 25.6% higher than the statin group, and furthermore, Nattokinase increased significantly the levels of HDL or high density lipoprotein. We know that higher levels of HDL influences lower levels of LDL or bad cholesterol. Studies have shown that Nattokinase can thin the blood, much like aspirin or warfarin. It can also dissolve blood clots, protecting the heart and brain from heart disease, stroke and other cardiovascular conditions. So is Nattokinase safe to take? The scientific trials showed no adverse side effects when Nattokinase 2000 FU was taken orally over a period of 6 months. However, we need more trials to establish the long-term use of Nattokinase. Some warnings for Nattokinase. We don't have enough information on the safety of Nattokinase in pregnancy, so the best advice is not to use it. If you have a bleeding disorder, do not take it because Nattokinase is a blood thinner and may worsen your condition. If you have low blood pressure, do not take it as it seems to lower blood pressure, which would be useful if you suffer from a high blood pressure. If you have surgery scheduled and you are taking Nattokinase, stop taking it about 2 weeks before the surgery in case of bleeding or problems with blood pressure. Medications that slow blood clotting. Nattokinase may slow blood clotting, so do not take it if you are on medications that are also slow blood clotting in case of bruising and bleeding. Please check if your medication is on the list. Nattokinase dosage. Each Nattokinase capsule contains 2000 FU. Take 1 capsule twice a day with a glass of water 1 hour before food. What does FU stand for? FU means fibrin units. For example, 2000 FU is 2000 fibrin units, meaning a unit of potency in the enzyme that reduces the viscosity or thickness of blood and reduces its tendency to clot. What are the ingredients in Nattokinase? Nattokinase 2000 FU is derived from a soybean extract. It contains rutin 25 milligram. It's derived from flavonoid, a plant pigment found in some fruit and vegetables. It can make blood vessels stronger. It has been used to treat varicose veins, hemorrhoids, internal bleeding, and to help prevent strokes. Rutin may be effective at dissolving arterial clots, known to cause heart attacks and stroke. It may also be helpful for clots in the vein that cause deep vein thrombosis or a pulmonary embolism. Nattokinase also contains microcrystalline cellulose, medium-chain triglycerides, hyperpromulose water, and gellan gum. To learn more about Nattokinase and how it can help you, please visit our website. Thank you.